Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Last time we had our fight with the Mystic Carrion and defeated him, and now Thrumbo's back in Carrion's house and in charge. But let's loot Carrion, search around the house and see if we can figure out how to help our possessed artist. Foot of the Weave, arcane enchantments, you'd gain a +2 bonus to spell save DCs and spell attack rolls. Oh, that's so good. Is it better than having my bonus to intelligence? So that in conversations, I get a +3 intelligence. I don't know. Rusty key, normal key. Veil of the Morning. Let the undead blanch with fear. Undead have disadvantage on attack rolls against you and have advantage on saving throws against their actions and spells. Meh. Armor of the Spore Keeper. You had 2 pieces of armor on you? Odd. Where gains +1 bonus to spell save DCs when dealing necrotic damage, and they deal an additional 1 necrotic damage. While imbued with symbiotic entity, you can spread Bibbering Spores, Timask Spores, and Haste Spores. Probably for the Circle of Spores druid, given that I think that symbol on the chest is a druidic symbol. Staff of Cherished Necromancy. Creatures have a disadvantage on saving throws against your necromancy spells. Life Essence Harvest. When the wielder kills a hostile creature with a spell, they greedily absorb its energy and gain life essence. Okay. Cool. That's the ability he had that never used as far as I'm aware. Although he did kill 3 of us, so maybe... I don't know. We could give that to Gale because we made him a necromancy wizard. So arguably, if we ever actually take him out, maybe he'd be pretty powerful with that. Actually, do we even need to lockpick this? Okay, no, it just opens. Acquisitions of record. What follows is a musty list of items, use, client, and location. Bell of the Necromancer, reanimation. Ashtha Gedig, Eshperta. Bone of the Abyssal Depth, Soul Settlement. Fifth Wind, Kendrick, Moonshay. Torch of Revocation, Burning of Tormented Spirits, Anchor. Oscar Fevris, Baldur's Gate. Was Oscar Fevris whom we're dealing with? I don't remember. I should free the artist. Yes, journal. Journal. Free the artist. Yes, we found Oscar on a list of Mystic Carrion's clients. It revealed the Torch of Revocation can be used to destroy the cursed portrait. We need to find one. Okay. Let's go back to the chest. Did I go upstairs? Yes, I went upstairs. By accident, I guess. Let's go back down to the chest.
I have a lot on my mind. Well, in it.
Because I was not finished looking at that.
What's inside?
That's what I want to know. So, Torch of Revocation. Hey, there's a Torch of Revocation. Which is a pretty weak torch that just does a bit of necromancy damage. Take the Wyvern Toxin, some Bloodlust. Good stuff. So we are actually ready to help Oscar. That ended up being pretty easy to find. How do we get to the basement? It's through here, which means we get to it from upstairs. Right. So now we'll go upstairs. Oh, I am encumbered. Why does that always happen? Oh yeah, because I'm carrying everything. I don't know. Let's give all of that to Lae'zel. There. Now we're good. We haven't been up the stairs there. think we read that when we came through before. Yeah, we were told not to go upstairs. We didn't. So we don't know what's up another floor. This takes us into this area. And this will take us down to the basement, which Shadowheart was in as a gnome. Okay. Just making sure I've got that all laid out. Would have been sad if there was another floor that I wasn't aware of and we just ignored it. We'll ignore all the cut up body parts. That roof. The roof of this building gets in the way visually. Not a fan. I don't know why they just made it so solid and it doesn't disappear out of the way like everything else. Alright, what's in this unknown door? Another chest.
Portrait. It's
And
been with necrotic magic.
Beggar's portrait. Okay. Writing exercises. A series of writing exercises outlined by Thrumbo addressed to my brothers. Beneath the exercises, several misguided attempts to write the letters of the alphabet. None successful. Sure. Let's take some guidance. See what we can do. Arcana check on this. No problem. Receive Thrumbo's note. Today's abuse was the final straw. We are out of here. Carrion's reach extends only so far. Gather whatever money you can scrape together and give it to me. I'm going to buy a small boat and we're going to row to freedom. Spread out and hide until tomorrow night and then meet me at the usual spot on the beach. And for the love of Mask, make sure Carrion doesn't see this note. Maybe swallow it.
The canvas.
I will cure you of your pestilence.
Okay. Well, Carrion didn't see it, so well done, I guess. Rusty dagger. A few caskets. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything else of note up here. That coffin has some stuff in it. I mean, I guess I've got to open it.
Well, hello.
Hello to you too.
Easy.
Oh. I just assumed you would auto-succeed. Try again, I guess. Take some guidance. But no, he auto-succeeds to a 23 without guidance, so he actually was able to fail that.
Will ever believe this?
DC 25 on this. Why so hard? Is there something up here of importance? Nope. Not really surprising that there is, you know, bone fragments and skulls inside of coffins. Not sure what else I expected.
Can't slow down.
So we can run on the roof. Not sure why we'd want to. I guess that's an option, is we could jump or fly up here and then get in through the top, and so that's what they were preventing by having a extremely high difficulty lock. Even though there's not a ton of logical reason why it would be so heavily locked. Okay, well, that's that. I could have flown down, but I think the rest of the party would have either gotten stuck or taken damage, which is why we are slowly walking instead. Let's go find our artist. Actually, I can teleport. That's probably the much faster way to handle this. So we're wanting to head south. Lady Janet's house. which is this one. Yeah, this guy was fun. The butler. Just don't expect a dragonborn in a top hat. Now, getting up to you guys, as I recall, was complicated. He is still unconscious. We knocked him out hard. Alright, the rest of you, can you figure out a way up here? Are you gonna blast me? Yeah, you are. Come on. Alright, Astarion's here. The other two don't know how to get here. Let's talk to her.
Did you speak with Carrion? Has he provided a cure?
Oh, I killed him. He won't be inflicting any more possessions on unwitting patrons. But also I have the touch of revocation. It should be enough to dispel the spirit. But yes, I killed him.
Did you find anything that might help Oscar?
I have a torch of revocation. It should be enough to dispel the spirit.
Then what are you waiting for? Do it!
I just wanted to talk to you first. Alright. I don't remember the layout of this place. I just remember it was awful. But I think we go upstairs here. Okay, and it was this one that we need to torch with the torch.
The portrait is ice cold to the touch, filling you with a sense of overwhelming dread. So why is the woman smiling?
Torch, revocation. We'll equip that on ourselves.
Oscar! Where is he? Where is he?
Okay, what is Herod? The affected entity is psychically oppressed by a powerful ghost, has disadvantage on charisma wisdom saving throws. Let's get our staff back. That is apparently not called a staff. You. I want you. And let's go back down there because I worry the ghost might be upset. Okay, we are just taking Herod and off and on repeatedly. Oh, hello here. Oh, is she dead? She's not. She's unconscious. Oscar is conscious. That's an improvement. Please don't go in there first, Shadowheart. Alright, we can't talk to you. Can we talk to you, Oscar?
Who are you? Get out! Get out!
Please, Carrie, my darling, listen to me.
You brought me here. You did this. Do not interfere. He's coming home with me.
Calm yourself, Shade. We can resolve this peacefully. To the realms of the dead, you'll kill him. Rather like interfering. It's kind of my thing. Wish there was a persuasion tag on this. Also, feels like everything is not quite monochrome, but it feels grayed out more than normal. And I wonder if that's her effect. That visually, she's grayed out the room. Yeah, we're going to the top one. Calm yourself, Shade. We can resolve this peacefully.
Another one who wants to control me. He called me here. Trapped me. Pathetic little childish boy.
I only wished to explain myself to make you see how...
No! Enough of your whining! Enough! Selfish, arrogant bastard of an artist! I wanted to be left in peace!
Please tell me what happened to you. You don't seem all that peaceful to me. Won't disturb you again, I'll make sure of it. Mystic Carrion was the one behind this. It wasn't Oscar's fault. I mean, blaming Mystic Carrion seems like that'd be good, but please tell me what happened to you.
And how does that help me? Or is it just to help him?
I mean, you're dead.
Why does everything always have to revolve around Oscar Beverus?
Oh, my sweet Carrie. What did I do to you?
Save your tears for the ethereal plane.
Intimidation, I don't care if you're a spirit, touch him and I'll break you. Persuasion, the Carrie Oscar spoke of was kind and gentle. This isn't the real you. Or just leave him to his fate. No, we're going to try and persuade her. The Carrie Oscar spoke of was kind and gentle. This isn't the real you. And why not take some guidance that I super don't need? There's my 21 from rolling a 3.
What are you saying? You're trying to confuse me. It's so hard to think. I don't remember.
Carrie, my sweet meat. I just need to know that what you did, that it wasn't my fault.
Why am I here? I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be.
The spirit's aura flickers, changes. She is confused, lost, dragged here unwillingly by a man who refused to let her leave.
Deception. You came to deliver a message to tell us what led to your fate. Intimidation. You owe Oscar an explanation and you're going to give it to him. Persuasion. No more harm will come to you by sharing your story, but it could help Oscar. Or just you owe Oscar nothing. He only brought you here to soothe his conscience. Which seems possibly true. Your bonds are broken. Go if that is your wish. No more harm will come to you by sharing your story, but it could help Oscar. Nat 1. Roll again. We've got 4 inspiration. Nat 1. Come on. I mean, obviously, a natural 1 happens 5% of the time. And there's never a good time for it. But you always hate to see it.
Fine. If Oscar wants the truth, he can have it. We were a fling, nothing more. My decision had nothing to do with him. I did this because I was so fucking sad. All the time. Oscar finds it easier to imagine a world where women kill themselves over him than one where they have their own bloody problems.
I'm sorry, Carrie. I had no idea. But I was truly not to blame.
No, you weren't. So you and your poxy paintings stay away from me! We're done, Oscar. Over. Now let me rest in bloody peace.
Okay.
Gods, what a mess I've made of it all.
Yes.
My sweet Ferelia. I've been a rotten fool, haven't I? And yet you never left my side.
It will take more than a ghost to scare me away. Though I wish you'd come to me sooner.
What do you do now? Is that you're just going to forgive him? I mean, seems like it. She seems to care about him probably more than he cares about her, which is not great. At least you have a great story to tell the grandchildren. Ha! What a touching reunion. Now I want now about my payment. What will you do now?
I'd like to stay. I confess I never felt ours was a marriage of substance. I rather thought you just liked me for my art. Throughout my ordeal, I saw how tenderly you cared for me. Even at my worst, you never left my side. Truly, you were the one who saved me. I'm so sorry, my darling.
Wish you both a long and happy marriage. Janet deserves more than an apology for what you put her through. Very true. Excuse me, I saved you, and I need paying for it. For saccharine nonsense, you two make me sick. I'm not going to tell them how to live their lives or deal with their relationship. As much as, yeah, you screwed up, I'm not going to point that out. I wish you both a long and happy marriage.
Please, before you go, I must pay you back. Come upstairs to my atelier. I promise you'll leave with something priceless. Immortality.
I mean, I already have a sculpture. I'm assuming you're going to give me a painting? Because I doubt you actually have the secret to immortality. However, the statue usually gives me some cool buffs. Though I'm noticing I don't have them right now. Not sure the deal there. Probably dying and then being resurrected. Remove that buff until I sleep. Or at least I'm hoping it comes back once I sleep. Alright. Give me my immortality.
Here he is, the hero of the hour. Brushes are oiled, the canvas prepped, and you... well, you're comfortable. That's the main thing. So, shall we begin?
Are you insulting my appearance? I look dashing. As long as it's going to take. There's something wrong with what I'm wearing? Yes, let's do it. Or actually, I need a moment to freshen up. Is there something wrong with what I'm wearing?
No, of course not. As an artist, I want to capture your true essence in this portrait. Bloodstains and all. Oh, of course, if you do want to freshen up first, I'm more than happy to wait. After all, it will be seen by generations to come.
Well, when you phrase it like that, how about you just make sure I look good? On second thought, I might need a moment.
Take as long as you need.
I was thinking about camping. So let's rest for the night. We'll get back all of our spells. Lae'zel can heal up. Hopefully I get my cool statue bonus. We'll do the usual rounds of anyone looking like they want to talk. That seems to be a no. Okay. Then let's see if we've got any nighttime events. Whoa, we're using 2 camp supply packs. That's unusual. Not any of our weird supplies. Alright, whatever. We've got an absurd number. No nighttime events. How about that? Alright, well, we'll get Gale to cast his spell as usual. And I'll cut that out of the video.
Hardly the noblest conflict we've encountered, but criminals will have their squabbles, even in the looming shadow of utter annihilation.
Well, that's true.
I don't like getting caught between the guild and the Zentarim. You always make enemies when you take sides in a struggle like that. And in this case, they're enemies we might not see coming until it's too late.
I mean, we've wiped out most of the Zentrum in the area. Probably. We're probably fine.
Well, obviously I would. But you have so many followers already. I wouldn't want to crowd you. Excellent. Now that that's settled, lead on.
So it seems like people all have dialogue about the fight between the guild and the Zentrum. So let's talk to everyone. And we did get our bonus for the statue, as well as we have our bonus for the codex, giving us 20 temporary hit points, which is great.
Minsk is so amazing.
That's all you got to say? Just, he's amazing?
What's on your mind?
All right. I mean, Minsk is fun. I'm not going to deny that. Not surprisingly, Jahir doesn't have anything to say. Let's see, Mizora. Anything about from you?
How good to see you.
No.
Come for a chat?
My friend, now we have settled the matter of the guild. I fear there is something I must tell you. You and Boo both. It may shock you both to know, but Minsk and this Stone Lord, they are one man. The same one man. And that same one man is Minsk.
I am shocked. How did I not figure that out already? I'm aware you tried to kill me multiple times. Alas, alack, it cannot be so. You can't blame yourself. The cult were manipulating you. No, we're definitely doing. Alas, alack, it cannot be so.
Please, my friend. Your noble tears will not make the confessing any easier. I wish to believe the Stone Lord's evil was the worm alone, tainting my thoughts with foul dung. But I see now, the dung was within Minsk all along. So I wonder, if Minsk can be a villain, and Nine Fingers a hero, must it be so with all creatures? Is there good and evil within us all? Boo calls this nonsense. Less thinking of bad thoughts, says he, and more breaking of bad bones. But still, I would hear what you have to say on the matter, my friend.
I mean, there's definitely good and evil in everyone. I believe you were following Jahira. That's not evil, just stupid. Because it should have been obvious. Having its potential for good, it's just buried deeper in some, or lost along the way. Boo's right, you're overthinking it. A fascinating discussion. I'll prepare some readings and we can pick it up at camp. Don't ask me, I'm just trying not to die. Everyone has the potential for good. It's just buried deeper in some, or lost along the way.
It is strange. A worm sits within my skull, twisting my thoughts. But it is you that have made Minsk see the world anew. You, my friend, are the true parasite. There is good and evil in all. Let us go crack villainous skulls, so that the virtue might leak free. Yes, Boo. I am becoming something of a philosophizer.
You're quite quick to call me friend. I'd like to know a little more about you. When our minds mingled, I saw some strange things. What did I see? Let's take that topic.
Oh? The mind of Minsk is a simple place. Of what strangeness do you speak?
The memories resurface. A lifetime of battles blurring into one. A single constant is Minsk, launching into the fray no matter the foe, be they god, monster, or man. It seems just the barest glimpse of what the man before you has seen and done, but enough to know that he has no right to still be alive.
Ah, wait! That look in your eye. I know exactly what visions of Minsk you have seen to cause you such wonder. My pants. Thrice laced in the Rashomar style, so that a berserker might split skulls without fear of splitting breeches too. They are fiendishly complex, but fear not for Minsk. With training, he has learned to master the many little knots.
Yeah, not the pants. Never mind your pants. You walked between planes, fought gods. Right, funny how they never made space for any of that in the songs. You are literally too dumb to be breathing. Never mind your pants. You walked between planes, fought gods.
Well, as have you, no? Do not forget that when you gaze into Minsk, Minsk also gazes into you.
He's not wrong.
We both fight evil, wherever it is found. The who and where are less important than the hamsters you meet along the way. On this matter of sharing memories, I see no reason for us to worry at one another's worms. If there is more we wish to know, we can simply ask, no?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were uncomfortable with our new power. Of course, a warrior speaks their mind instead of reading others. Don't shy away from the tadpole. It's useful to know someone's true thoughts. No, I'll go. A warrior speaks their mind instead of reading others.
Exactly so. If I must peer into the mind of my enemy, I use an axe. For friends, there is ale. No, my friend. If you fear you have a question that Minsk cannot answer, then you can simply ask Boo.
I'd like to know a little more about you. I don't think you're half as dumb as you pretend.
How dare you? Minsk pretends at nothing, half the way or otherwise. There is more than a little to know, I think. I am huge.
Tell me about Rashomon.
Oh, my friend. There is much more to know of Minsk's homeland than he could ever put into words. Boo might fare better, but his home is far stranger again. Well, in many ways, it is the very opposite of this city. The far side of Faerun, with empty plains, white forests, and peaks that pierce the very belly of the sky. But it is like the city too. Here, it is loud with the daily wailing of people. In Rashomon, it is also loud, if you know where to listen. The Telthors, guardian spirits of every root, rock, and tree. Here in the sleeping lands, they are silent. But in the far north, they know how to speak still.
Sounds like an amazing place. Why did you ever leave? So plants and trees speak to you like your hamster. What do you call this? The sleeping lands. It sounds like an amazing place. Why did you ever leave?
The first time, my Dajema, a warrior's quest of proving. Minsk quickly proved that quests do not always go as the stories say. After wandering a ways and some savings of the Sword Coast, Minsk returned to Rashomon to find a welcome fit for hamsters and heroes. The Iron Lord himself came to bear witness to Boo. Minsk of Rashomon, said he, your Dajema is done. Minsk politely disagreed. Dinah here was dead, and so his Dajema could never be done. Then swear your service to me, Minsk of Rashomon, said he. Serve your land as your lord's chosen champion. Minsk politely disagreed. It was a little awkward, but he had already sworn his service to Boo. Minsk of Rashomon, said he. You insult your Iron Lord. We will settle this matter in the circle of combat. It was only polite for Minsk to agree. After they carried the Iron Lord away, the Council of Witches gave Minsk a pack of provisions and said it would be best if he continued his adventures for a time. Yes, Boo. That was before we were stone. Perhaps we are due a little homecoming when all of this is done, no?
Before you were stone, as in petrified, or just talking about being the Stone Lord? So plants and trees speak to you like your hamster.
Such a skeptic, my friend. Minsk cannot prove the point to you, for the Telthors of this land lie sleeping. And for this, we had best be glad. In Rasheman, a Telthor is wind and snow and soil. In Baldur's Gate, it would be stink and stain and a far less pleasant type of soil. If my meaning is not clear, just check under your boot.
I think we already asked that. So let's talk about something
As
else.
you wish. Boo, do you have much to say on the matter of something else?
You're quite quick to call me friend.
Of course, my friend. Or are we not friends?
There hasn't been much time to look for friendship in all this. Remains to be seen. Of course we're friends, friend. The only thing we have common is the worm. Of course we're friends, friend.
Then you have a sword at your side and a hamster at hand, whenever you need them. Unless I die, or you die, or you do anything at all to upset Boo. Now, does Boo see a question in your eye, or just a parasite poking through?
Answer me honestly, what's with the hamster? No question, just a warning. Turn on me again and I won't save you a second time. Just the parasite. What's with the hamster?
Well, Boo, explain yourself. Clear enough?
Enough joking. Does the hamster actually speak to you? There's something very wrong with you. Does the hamster actually speak to you?
There is nothing jestful in the bond between a ranger and his companion. Before Boo, I was a typical berserker of Rasheman. Duty-bound and full of my own seriousness. The problem with one so gazing of their navel, however, they are easily ambushed. Brigands split my skull like a sodden wineskin. It was as I recovered that Boo first appeared. He told me that I had felt the great poking finger of justice, marking Minsk as its champion and Boo as my guide. As for the headache, well, justice cannot always afford to be gentle.
So you're a paladin of justice. You lost your mind and gained a rat. Understood. Maybe someday you'll trust me enough to tell the real tale. So you're a paladin of justice.
Do not be ridiculous. If any of us is chosen by the gods, it is obviously Boo. Now, shall we away? My boots crave the crunch of unvirtuous nethers.
Minsk is certainly something.
Is something burdening you?
No. Just curious if you had any more thoughts to talk about things that have happened lately. I'm assuming you two don't have anything further to say.
Saluna's blessings to you.
What comes next for you? You accept your daughter's choice of name, so you're a lycanthrope. Shadowheart shared some of her memories with me. What happened during all those years? What did they make your daughter do to you? Interesting. We did have more dialogue with them. I'm glad I decided to talk. So you're a lycanthrope. Shadowheart shared some of her memories with me.
I am. But with Saluna's guidance, I learned how to control the beast long ago. I only let it loose again when my family was threatened. Unfortunately, I was unable to stop what befell us, as neither elf nor wolf.
You accept your daughter's choice of name?
Of course. Only a fool would alienate his child over a name. Shadowheart must determine her own path. That is what the Moon Maiden teaches. Still, I am unused to it. I can only hope she forgives a slip of the tongue now and again, until I adapt.
It's a good parent. What comes next for you?
My wife will need care. I wish to find somewhere quiet, close to nature, where the sun can warm us and the moon can watch over us as we sleep. And Shadowheart, too, may wish to join us, perhaps, with her fine paramour at her side. Once you've put down this absolute threat together. I've gleaned enough from word around this camp to know you're more than capable. You will prevail.
Thanks. What happened during all those years? What did they make your daughter do to you? He's probably not going to tell us.
I'm sorry, but what happened in that room, that must stay within the family. Just know that we endured and are grateful for your help.
So if I end up becoming part of the family, then you'll tell me?
Moon Maiden's blessings to you.
Glad things worked out for you and your family. How do you feel now? You seemed confused before. What comes for you now? You shouldn't even be here. You're a liability and a distraction for Shadowheart. Wow. I'm glad things worked out for you and your family.
We are a small family. Smaller than I hoped for. But we are whole again.
How do you feel now? You seemed confused before.
It comes and goes, and eventually it will come more often than it goes. Time is far crueler than Shah could ever be. I do not think I will ever get better. But I wish to make the most of the time I have left with my family. Besides, I'm tougher than I look. I'll fight on, now that I have something to fight for.
What comes for you now?
Now this old lady will be getting in the way in your fine camp, I'm afraid. Don't worry. I shall pull my weight and help how I can. After so long in captivity, it feels good to use my hands again.
Makes sense. Good talking to you.
Neither the Zentarim or the Guild are capable of running this city as they should. Once we have conquered the Absolute, perhaps we can turn our attention to dissolving the criminal elements of Baldur's Gate and replacing them with our own candidates.
I am not opposed to certain members of our group getting involved in Baldur's Gate's crime, because it's going to exist regardless, and I generally trust, to some extent, most of my companions. I wonder if she'll have thoughts about Minsk now that he's joined us. I'm curious to hear your thoughts about our companions.
A disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular in mind?
I assume we've asked about everyone else. Have we not asked about Jaheira? What do you make of Jaheira?
She is intelligent, strong, and capable as both a leader and a fighter. An impressive woman. It is a shame that she devotes all of her talents and experience to the futile cause of the Harpers. Their devotion to preserving balance is pathetic.
The world requires balance, or it would fall into chaos and disorder. They may be imperfect, but their intentions are good. I agree, better to strive for change than balance. They may be imperfect, but their intentions are good.
It is precisely because they are perceived as good that they are so dangerous. Their intentions do more harm to the world than any warmonger could.
I don't know about that.
Change, and would rather maintain mediocrity than face the risks and challenges that progress demands. I would rather break the world and build it anew than be satisfied with its imperfections.
I can understand that. You and Minsk are unusual allies.
He would despise me if he had the wits to understand me. But as long as he believes we have a common cause, he does not see beyond that. I enjoy his simplicity. Orloth helped me. Sometimes I almost envy it.
Understandable. Seeing the world in such simple terms must make life easier. Pity him, he barely has a grasp on reality. His simplicity makes him easy to manipulate. That's very true. Why not follow his example? Less scheming, more butt kicking. You can't just turn your brain off. Like, you can be envious of the simplicity of life for those who do have that, I suppose, but if you are an overthinker, you can't just turn that off. Seeing the world in such simple terms must make life easier. Not necessarily better, and not always easier, but sometimes.
I am not so sure.
Yeah.
Why, hello, lover. That sounded more debonair in my head, I'll admit. Do you need something?
Nope, just seeing if you had anything further to talk about. And you do not. Will?
Always good to talk, my friend.
Nothing from you either. Okay. Well, with that out of the way, we finished up at camp. We've rested. I think I am going to start the next episode with getting our painting done. And then I don't know what I'm going to do next. Maybe we do finally move on to the steel watch. Yeah. We're getting pretty far through all of our quests. I don't know. We'll figure it out next time. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you then. Bye.